Ozzy, angry, 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 Ozzy, angry, 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 angry.
Alrighty, it's Thursday night in the big house. Bottle of pee. Hey Justin, how you doing? Howard Hughes style. And hello, honey. I keep bottles of pee around, and I just like to recycle them, by which I mean drink my own pee. This smells quite interesting. New recipe. All right, and because I'm me, I'm going to get some orange peel. See how this goes. Well, this is starting off fairly well. That went okay. And this one's going even better. All right. How are we this fine evening, chaps? Did everyone have a cold night last night, or was it just around here? In snow in the high country. It is remarkable how often the clarified cocktails come out looking like pee. It's really just a question of how hydrated the pee is. Let's save those two, I think. Tomorrow night for when I probably make a video. The Mount Dandenong Lookout. Quite possibly, Heine. I don't specifically remember that. I've been to a few lookouts. I don't specifically remember the Mount Dandenong one. You know what? I could look it up on a map. Hello, Celtic. How are you going? I'm glad you think the glass of pee is sexy too, Celtic. Just gonna, speaking of pee, gonna take the pith. Da, 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 da. Like an Australian with a lisp, I'm taking the pith. All right, put that in there. And because I'm still treating myself, it's cherry time. Cherry time. Let's see, what's what? Stab. Okay, second cherry. All right. Finish work, tuck yourself into bed, get it easy. Dude, I might end up wearing my Home for the Elderly merch. I mean, we did have a heat on. This room doesn't warm up very much. It's not freezing, but it doesn't warm up that much. Oh, okay. I saw Celtic's comment. So it should have come up on screen. I don't think I can do anything about whether people see top chat or live chat. I don't think I can. Wait, what's all this? What's all this about? All right. Sorry, I was just checking notifications. A polar blast. Yeah, it got friggin' everyone, didn't it? I know. Honey, stuff like that just happens. Okay, making sure my drink is nicely chilled. it is weird how different things taste. Or, well, taste is just perception. I was going to say your perception of taste. So it is taste. It's your perception. But how different drinks taste, or food. Food tastes different, hot or cold. Drinks taste different. Hot, cold, cool, room temperature. Yum. God, I managed to put some exotic flavor. Oh, that's, wow. I only put a little bit of sherry in this, but it's such a strong flavor. It's like a raisiny flavor, fruity. Wow. That is really noticeable. One of those wacky things when you do. I want to peel off that bit of orange peel. Maybe. It's like it's been wasted. Let's see if I can. Oh, it's working. Okay. I declare that vaguely worthwhile. It's like a weird map of the Pacific Island. Justin turning 37. You want the reverse aging stuff. Yeah, you got to be a billionaire and, I don't know, inject yourself with the blood of teenagers. Isn't that what Peter Thiel does? And it's not working. He looks like a fucking zombie. It's fascinating that those rich fuckers who are doing an array of stupid things, saying like, I'm going to halt the age, and they're not halting the aging process. It's absolute bunk, and yet they're taken seriously, or at least vaguely seriously. It's like, no, they're fucking idiots, and they're so convinced they should control everything. The one thing they really can't control, aging and dying, they act as if it's a serious pursuit when it's just a really fucking childish denial of reality. You're saying Kim Il-sung did that? Inject with the blood of teenagers? Well, I'm not even joking. That's a tech bro thing in Silicon Valley. So, injecting themselves with the blood of youths, which is an old sort of horror story. Is it Elizabeth Bathory? Bathed in the blood of virgins to maintain her youthful looks. Again, it's not going to work. Also, bathing in blood, very unhygienic, I would think. Chances of picking up diseases would seem quite high. Celtic with the VD updates. Dapto. Devil's Bean. He said it was hot chocolate, but you could smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. Yeah. I was just dropping. Oh, God, is it plane going overhead? Jesus, it's flying quite low. Windows are actually rattling. That's really unusual for this neighborhood. That sounds like a big plane. And it sounds like it's going to the main airport, not to Rabbit. That's someone on a, I don't know if that's because of wind or whatever, but that sounds like a large plane on a not very usual flight path, as in straight over my house. do not usually get large planes around here. Do occasionally. Just an issue for scientists regenerating cells without causing cancer. You mean a thing they can't do? Yeah, and also that's also not what these idiot fucking tech pros are doing. Like I said, they're doing ridiculous shit, just injecting themselves with a whole bunch of crap. Like I said, including the blood of teenagers. But yeah, the thing they're doing, it's a basic denial of reality, which is a very interesting insight into their immaturity and insecurity. how they're super upset at things they can't control. It explains why they all do such fucked things. Like Peter Thiel literally trying to overthrow democracy. Elon Musk just generally being a fucking piece of shit. They hate the idea that there's things they can't control, and there are obviously a shit ton of things they can't control because there's just a bunch of things humans can't control. So they act as if they can control it, and they obsessively try to control as many things as they can, and they can, with their influence and power, exert varying degrees of control over various things. Justin, you're right. Conceptually, anti-aging research involves can we preserve or regenerate cells? And of course, there are creatures in nature, lobsters, for instance, and I think some amphibians, to look at things like functionally immortal. Like, you even get, the tortoises that live for hundreds of years. So there is something in nature that gives some creatures incredible longevity. So Celtic, you think VD goes between Bombardary and Sydney? Ugh, he's sounding very nomadic and homeless, basically. Troubled individual that one suspects will come to no good end. Nice, Safi, you voted. Good stuff. Wait, is your by-election tonight? Yeah. Wait, where's the news? Let me see if I can find it on the news. Looking up the news. West Australian budget came in. Rolling in cash. Let's see. By-election. Farah. Okay, here's the Australian. Let's have a look. Could remake conservative politics. Oh, wait, that's an old one. Or is it? No, okay. Oh, wait, okay, so wait. Passed between Liberal and National, safe for the coalition. One Nation's trying to win. Far as big, real big, 126,000 kilometers. Wait, when are they? Is the ABC even following the vote count? What are we going to do? Let's see what we can find here. Why the stakes are so high? Scuffle between Liberal senator and One Nation volunteer. Oh, nice. Is someone doing a vote count? Anthony Green, that's Nepean. Okay, let's look at Anthony Green's website, see if he's. What's Anthony Green got about Farah, a Liberal or National seat? No, he's got no updates. All right, nothing yet. Oh, is the by-election not to May 9th? No, I'm not paying attention to chat because I was searching for things. Oh, God. See, Safa, you put that in my head and I immediately thought it was Saturday and the election was happening. That's how easily confused I am. So, you can't be throwing out confusing things. I'm extremely easily confused. I'm not joking. Bizarrely, as soon as you said you voted, it put into my head it's voting day in Farah. And it isn't. It's not your bad. It's not your fault my brain doesn't work, Safa. Yeah, I know. But exactly, Justin, elections are always on Saturday. But he just put that thing into my head, and I thought today was Saturday voting day, which is obviously absurd. But my brain hurts. It's just what it is. But where are we? Okay, 8:16. What will I make? I'll make something. Let's see. UK council elections. Yeah, apparently the council elections are actually pretty important in England. Like it has a significant effect on how the country's run. But of course, the UK voting system's feral. You get all sorts of colourful characters getting elected. So who knows what's going to happen there? Yeah, Thursday, which is weird. But like the US has, their elections on weekdays. The whole system's designed to fuck low-income people in particular. It's like people who can't afford to miss work. Alrighty. I don't think any of the rums are running particularly low. I need to be used up. Gins. All right. So I was running a bit low on the Nova. I was going to use that up. Is there anything else? Don't have that much left of this Abiki. I'll use that up at some point. Got a bit of that left. I don't think anything else is. Well, that's blasphemy. That's actually not even whiskey. Ooh, Shingle malt. How's this Helios Road going? That's going down. What's this one? Why is there rum there? How did I get confused and do that? Whiskey's supposed to go there. Right, no, there's a space for the rum back there. Okay. Lucky I'm friggin' checking this and getting another. Is there whiskey in here? No. Long branch, I guess. Small batch. But put the long branch out. Oh. Probably be a small batch aged in American ink. Right, put that there. You know what? I'm going to do my My infinity whiskey. God knows how many whiskies in that. Give it a little taste first. I think I'll make a old-fashioned with it. Oh. All right. Now wandered off. What's happening here? One nation has 50 report. Oh, you mean one nation's been reported 50 times for illegal poster placing? That sounds about right. Yeah, everyone had a freezing day. Fuck, it rained a lot here. Suffer, I could be wrong. I could very easily be wrong. I think the royal family aren't allowed to vote. Ooh. That smells pretty good. What is that? It's like it's brown sugar, almost burnt sugar. Oh, it's like baked goods it's like baked goods with a glaze. You had a heater on, right? Fucking heater on. So for deep into my light and easies with dinner, had rigatoni and meatballs tonight, which sounds way fancier than it is. Very yummy, just like with the tomato sauce. Very tasty. Light and easy to do good sauces and gravies, honestly. Oh, that's got a decent spice to it. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a blend of fuck knows how many whiskeys. It's kind of like reminiscent. Oh, it's still got this desserty thing going on for me. It's you get like orange, like an orange poppy seed muffin that again like has a glaze on it. Is that it, Justin? By custom, they don't vote? The royal family, that is? And the king vote. Legally, the royal family are allowed to vote. In practice, they don't, to stay above the fray. And yeah, the Constitution says, there's a weird contradiction. The Constitution says the royals have to be politically impartial. And clearly, if you're voting, you're betraying that you're not impartial. So they don't vote, so the media don't go, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? That's my impression of the media. I was going to say the British media. I'm just going to say the media generally. Actually, that's pretty freaking yummy. It's probably because it's made up of pretty good whiskeys, honestly. Right. Now, I've got to be cautious because I'm literally getting to the point where I used to have overflow in a cupboard and I've been cutting back on buying bottles. So I'm on the verge of having shelf space, which in my brain goes, shelf space? That means you should buy some more whiskey. And I really shouldn't. Just, he doesn't have a constitution. I was just reading an article, that's all. Definitely not an expert, Justin. but there was a reference to constitutionally required to maintain impartiality. Okay, let's. I'm going to have to make some more of this sugar syrup. Oh, because it's such fucking good sugar syrup. Let's go some whiskey. Yes. Wait, oh, wait, did I not put that in? A little bit more whiskey, make it even stronger. Oh, I was going to do another barrel drink, and it was going to have a bunch of whiskey in it. I'll have to decide what whiskey to put in. What we got? Straight rye. Solera. I might do the Solera rye. Okay, I have a plan. I have the beginnings of a plan. As the world's greatest statesman said. Okay, bitters. Do some bitters. Celtic is to my brain. Buy more whiskey. It will be difficult for me to resist, quite honestly. I have very little willpower. All right. Probably I'm going to clear a space up there. Bang, bang, bang. All right. Traditional. An unwritten constitution built by traditions and customs. Well, they certainly have a lot of history with that sort of shite. Bound by tradition and custom in England and associated countries of the British Isles. That is good. Okay. It's yeah, I suppose actually, what does the interweb have? Does England? Oh, that auto-completed. Does England have a constitution? Does not have a single codified written constitution document. It operates under uncodified constitution composed of parliamentary acts, court judgments, conventions, historic documents, like the Magna Carta. So, yeah, it's tied together exactly as Justin said, by tradition and precedent. So it's just the Constitution. It's a vibe. It's the castle. The English Constitution is a vibe. It's a vibe. It's castles. It's Parliament. It's Marbo. It's a whole thing. So. Yes, the concept of a British constitution is more a vibe check. There's no actual document called the Constitution. It's just like a vibe, you know? Yum. That fucking old-fashioned's a vibe, I tell you what. Celtic, you got train station 5 a.m. tomorrow to get to Sydney. Okay, you do need to get some rest, my man. Thank you for dropping in and saying hello, giving the VD spotted in the wild thing. What happened to Inland Rail, Safa? What is Inland Rail and why is it gone? Why are we ripping it? See, I can't keep on top of everything. I don't know. Well, I mean, again, we're on the internet. I could search. Inland rail. Cancellation disaster for business that expected inland rail for 25 years. What's that all about? Regional communities, Queensland and Victoria left reeling after Albanese government axed funding. 1,600 kilometre freight corridor from Melbourne to Brisbane. Would have been the biggest project in a century. It's going to stop at Parkes. It's not even going to make it to Dubbo. The decision should be disaster. I'd love someone saying, we've been working for 25 years under the belief it will happen. That seems like a bad business plan. Listen for all, don't believe the announcement policy. For 25 years, you sound like a fucking idiot. We'll find ways to prevaricate, procrastinate, and extinguish. Inland rail would have resulted in a freight terminal at Ebenezer, just outside Ipswich. Labor member for Blair, which takes in Ipswich. Farmers and small business residents would be pleased about the decision. They didn't want freight trains going every hour without noise abatement. Labor had inherited inland rail, underfunded and underplanned. Would have cost 3 times what it was touted. It's been funded at equity off budget, would actually hit the budget as well. All right, so Labor's just saying it's some Liberal Party bullshit and was unfunded. Project labelled problematic. The inland rail faced problems from administration to environmental approvals. How to do public infrastructure really badly. Let's see. Okay, so private funding, the only future. Private enterprise, the only future. Guy saying this has been grossly mismanaged from the start, politically and financially. Right. Okay. Well, that's the whole thing. Justin, I think you're somewhat right that people are unlikely to support a despotic dictator if they feel well off. Well, the ABC says it's going to Parkes. So Parkes and Narromine aren't that far away. Parkes is south of Dubbo and Narromine's west of Dubbo. Oh, that super crane that collapsed was in Landrail, is that right? Oh, no, sorry, the crane collapsed in Dubbo. That super crane you saw didn't collapse. I'm getting confused. It does appear Labor's gone, this was a bullshit coalition idea and they fucked it up and it's going to cost too much and not be worth it. And we're not fans of the people that would benefit. So fuck it, we're out. And I can, again, my superficial reading of it is that no one Labour or I care about is going to be pissed off by this. If Barnaby Joyce started it, then it's definitely a boondoggle. But yeah, just reading that thing, people say, we've been assuming for 25 years this would happen. It's just like, I don't get what business plan is waiting for something for 25 years and it's not even half done. If that's the case, it really lends credence to Labor canning it, honestly. But again, anything I say about this has a huge asterisk next to it. Oh, I don't know shit. This is based on 5 minutes of reading an article about it. Doesn't seem like a huge loss, though. I mean, I'd love someone to explain to me otherwise, but it sounds like a fuck up, and Labor's just gone, it's a fuck up that's just going to cost too much, and it was never our idea, so fuck it. Yeah. Has Barnaby Joyce ever had an idea that didn't involve getting pissed and falling over in the street? That's my question. Of course, he's had other ideas. He had the idea of fucking around behind his wife's back while trotting his family out as saying, we can't have gay marriage because we'll ruin all this. And clearly he didn't value all that at all because he was fucking someone on his staff at that point. I've heard about high-speed rail in China. Not specifically, but I would not be surprised if China had a high-speed rail or was planning high-speed rail. China does a shit ton of infrastructure. And I'm going to continue my grand tradition of, I'm on the internet, so I'm going to look it up. China high-speed rail. Wikipedia. World's longest, has the highest ridership. 2/3 of the world's total. Damn. 12306 China Railway. Does China have a 600 the end of air travel? Oh, they're literally saying China has a maglev train? Definitely sounds like they've got pretty wild high speed. What's the Wikipedia entry for high speed rail in China? High speed rail is anything that goes faster than 200 kilometers an hour. Some that go to 350 kilometers an hour. Regional lines do 250 kilometers an hour. So, okay, so they have trains that go 200 to 350 kilometers an hour. I guess they might be theoretically capable of going faster, but they don't. So they had the world's first commercial maglev line, which could go to 430 kilometers an hour. Opened in Shanghai in 2002. Damn, that's a long time ago. In 2016, they were doing research for a 600 kilometer an hour maglev train. In 2021, they had a design top speed of 600 kilometers an hour. So this is suggesting they do have a train capable of 600 kilometers an hour, which is freaky. That's friggin' wild. Yeah. I'm not at all surprised that China has really over the top rail technology. Like they've spent so much money on infrastructure in the last few decades, like since the 90s, say. But that does sound freakishly um, impressive. The one thing, like I've seen videos of people, and I think the ones I've seen were Japan's high-speed rail. And so when you know there's a train coming the other way and a high-speed train coming the other way, it's like seeing the passengers like lean their head on the windows, so it's like they feel like the closest. And a train goes past, and basically a really long train passes in like a second because of how fast the two trains are going, and it's apparently quite disorienting. Justin, you want to go to China just to check out trains? I think there's lots of reasons to want to go and check out China just to see such a different culture in so many ways. And I've bemoaned this in the past. My single biggest regret in life is not traveling more, particularly when I was young. Like I should have, slaved away at some job that afforded me overseas trips. And the fact that I could have seen China, the old China, before all these decades of expansion, modernization, and concretization, seen all the old cities before they were demolished and replaced with modern buildings, that's a lost opportunity that I regret. Waxing philosophical about. It would be my number one advice to young people. Like, oh, what should I do? You should fucking travel. You should see things. You should have experiences. And because I think that while obviously bad things can happen on travel, you could get killed while you're traveling somewhere. You could contract a bad disease that fucks you up for the rest of your life. But you get killed crossing the street, going to the shops. I think travel is just a good thing. It exposes you to new and different things, broadens your horizons. And there's nothing wrong with traveling when you're older. I really think you should do it when you're young. I think, honestly, I think this is a byproduct of me growing up in Dubbo and having, I don't know, kind of small view of the world. But I have hardly traveled at all. I have traveled internationally, but probably less than a tenth of what I would like to have traveled. Hey, home for the elderly. How are you going? Ooh, actually, Charlie, now you're here because Charlie's edited Laserdisc video went up. Earlier in the week, I did show the bit from the start. I want to show the bit at the end because it fucking cracked me up. Let's go. Home for the elderly. Okay, ZBox 176. Just going to go right to the end. I've got to find the bit that made me laugh at the end. Okay, I think it was before movie of the week. Okay. This is only funny if you know what a Serbian film is. Fellow toilets. The toilet thing was very funny. See, Justin, you had 5 different countries by age 14. I did see the idea of Tony Abbott getting a leadership position in Liberals just shows how fucking stupid they are, quite honestly. I'm going to do a synopsis of a Serbian film. So you know the horrors I'm talking about. I'll get its Wikipedia entry actually. A Serbian film. 2010 Serbian exploitation psychological horror film. The plot is a semi-retired pornographic actor lives in Belgrade. His brother is a corrupt police officer. So someone's making an art film intended to create the porn star for his powerful erection. Not informed of the details, Milos is hesitant. Filming begins in an orphanage. So, okay, yeah, no, there's sex. Yes, very, very dodgy sex. Yep, okay, no, I'm not even going to say these things. They're terrible. So the guy awakens in his bed, no memory of what happened, finds the tapes, discovers he was drugged to do terrible things. Yes, lots of violence. Okay, so basically, it's just an astonishingly violent and awful film that is banned in so many places, including Australia. No redeeming features. But Charlie put this joke right at the end of the Laserdisc video, and I just want to play it because it made me laugh. So, for context, a Serbian film is like the worst, most violent, awful film ever.
And now we watch Angry Ozzy as he watches a Serbian film.
Ooh. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I remember that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have had that bad experience. Yeah. 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 But they suck. Yeah. 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 Very 90. Yeah, it is. Sounds pretty intense. Yeah. 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 Before you bring up another one, I'm just gonna pour another next one. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. 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 But no one would give him a gig. Yeah. Really? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah. 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 That was good. Simpsons did everything though. That just really appeals to my sense of humor. Me watching the most fucked up film ever made, just reacting that casually. And yes, and because that was a surprise to me when I watched the premiere of the Laserdisc video, I didn't know what was coming. So when that popped up, I really cracked up. Actually, you know what? I think I should put that on my channel, Charlie. Like send me a download link for the source video, and I want to cut just that bit and put it on my channel. Because I can't be the only person in the world. Well, obviously, it's not just me. Yeah, same Simpsons did it. The idea of the Simpsons doing a Serbian film is very funny. But it's such a niche joke. Like, I think a really quite small percentage, like single digit percentage of the population is aware of a Serbian film, even if they just know this is a terrible, terrible film. Yeah, Justin, you saw Liberals Facebook page. Oh, the guy that you just want to out on the Vic Liberals. As soon as you bring up the Vic Liberals, I'm pretty sure I know where we're going. I'm drinking my Mandalorian Galactic Lemonade, which is purple. Oh, Peter Credlin. Okay. Your joke's about Nietzsche? There's niche jokes and then there's Nietzsche jokes. Peter Credlin, what the fuck is she on about these days? Out of mind, out of sight. Oh, that was such a good one. Like you didn't even put the line out of mind, out of sight in there. You had the subsequent, I got to keep that, buddy. That was just I absolutely appreciated the niche value of that one. Like I said, you have to be a particular age and Australian to get that music reference. Saffron, although unlike cola, which is brown, is actually a very dark purple. Like so dark you can't really tell it's purple. But when I first poured it, the foam was purple. But it's pretty good. Now, I'm also, again, this is no sugar drinks, which I like to have on the stream. I'm assuming after the Baby Yoda movie comes out, these tie-ins will get remaindered and cleared out. Oh, Safa, no, even in real life, this doesn't look particularly purple. It is so dark. God, the joke of Peter Credlin being given enough credibility to be puppet master. The libs are so fucked, honestly. Because I'm getting my baguette tomorrow. So, dude, I looked up which supermarket has the best specials because there's almost equidistant from my house, but in different directions, are two Wood Frog bakery outlets, the people from whom I get my baguette. One of them is next to a Woolies and one of them is next to a Coles. So I basically look up which of the supermarkets has more of the specials I want, and I go to that one. And this week's Woolies. Also, the double bonus of going to the Woolies is there's an Aldi there. I almost never get anything from Aldi, but I fucking love and fuck all the groceries. I just love the middle aisle in Aldi with all the weird shit in it. I love looking up the weird shit in Aldi. So if I go to this particular one, the Woolies and stuff, I go to the Aldi. I look and go, what do they got? What do they got at Aldi at the moment? In fact, apparently the wines in Aldi are pretty good. I'm not a wine drinker, so I don't know. They have cheap spirits too. If I didn't have a ridiculous amount of spirits, I'd probably get some of the cheaper Aldi spirits for cocktails. Although I think you should use good quality spirits in cocktails. Speaking of which, I was actually going to follow your suggestion, Charlie. Something like a Manhattan. But I was thinking maybe consult the Death & Co book for stirred whiskey drinks. Can I get some subtle or not so subtle Manhattan variation? Yeah, the Aldi has a self-checkout, which is a relatively new thing. Black Market Manhattan is whiskey, tea infused. I'm not infusing anything. Buffalo Soldier, whiskey and syrup, whiskey sherry, Cointreau, Saint Germain. Carroll Gardens, whiskey, Punta Mez, Amaro. Oh, Cure for Pain. That was the one that got my attention, wasn't it? Rye whiskey, bourbon. port. Ooh, yeah, okay. I'm going to do a version of, they're calling it a twist on the Boulevardier. Got a French twist. It's only got a teaspoon of Campari. Okay, I'm going to do a barrel-aged version of that. I need to get my port out of the fridge. And I might do some sherry as well. All right, that's what I'm going to barrel age. You like human checkouts, old ladies to flirt with? There's young ladies in a lot of supermarkets. I get Justin, here a news story about Liberal candidate who attended special school. You gave that to Labor. Well, I just think it should be highlight this guy benefited from special government programs, and now he's like, fuck anyone else who needs special government programs to support them. Also, the other question is, can I be bothered going out and getting the port? Because I did bring the sherry in here. Maybe I'll just do it with sherry because I can't be bothered. Might be fun to do it with port as well, actually. Really mix up the fortified wines, vermouth, port, and sherry. Yeah, that actually sounds like a pretty good idea. And put a little bit of bitter in as well, just to give it an edge. Also, it was actually private, but still, it was special support. If someone, but what private school doesn't have a shit ton of government funding, quite honestly? Private schools get more fucking funding than state schools. But yeah, someone who benefited from special support, who now promotes policies that fuck anyone who needs special support. Unfortunately, relatively common. But what are you gonna do? It's one crazy thing. Oh, I might even put a little bit of the blasphemy coffee. Yeah, I'm going to have fun. This is going to be a complex Manhattan variation. See what I can come up with. All right, I've got a plan, as the wise man said. Justin, you think it was his family that influenced him? Yeah, that does tend to be generational. I think it's less of a thing with Labor, but I think Liberal Party coalition support is very generational. That's the family votes that way. I just pulled that factoid out of my ass. I have no idea if politics was never discussed in my family, and I am pretty sure a significant number of my siblings are very conservative in their voting. One of my sisters and her husband is actively involved in the Labor Party. Don't know about anyone else. Because I didn't talk to my family that often. We'll have to see. All right, I reckon. What are we at? The half work. My mum would definitely not like One Nation because she didn't like bigoted people. My dad, on the other hand, oof. That's all I'll say. Oof. conservative Catholic, very prone to not punish Aboriginal people racism, but very racist. Okay, this is the weirdest thing. This is how complicated and full of internal contradiction some people are. My dad was racist as fuck, but he had a number of Aboriginal friends. And I don't mean in the some of my best friends are black thing. He had friends, people he was friendly and supportive of, who were Aboriginal, but he was still really fucking racist. People are strange and complicated. I mean, I was racist as fuck growing up in Dubbo. I had Aboriginal friends. I was still fucking racist. Again, not let's go lynch someone racist, but just generally really quite racist. Like to think I grew out of it. Just in areas like Brighton, people are raised to vote Liberal. Oh, yeah. No, but their lives are all about Liberal Party politics. The fucking blue ribbon of previously safe Liberal seats. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's kind of tempted. Sorry, I was just going to go out for a minute and get something from the kitchen. Tempted to replay the bit of Charlie's Laserdisc video where he's just edited me saying toilet 20 times or more in a row. Who knew I said toilet so much? Anyway, it's only going to take me a minute less than to go out and get this port that I want. And then I'm going to do this grand barrel-aged cocktail experiment. Oh, you know what? I am going to put it on. Fuck it. I wasn't going to, but just for fun, let's put this on. Right back at the start. Wait, sorry, double. Yep, no. This is pretty fucking funny, honestly. Man, what is this fucking laptop doing to me? Okay, Jesus, that was so fucking weird. Anyway, I'm going to put this on. A couple of minutes of this stuff. Because Charlie did a killer job with his editing as well. So I'll just put this on while I go out and get some stuff. I'll be back in, I don't know, 2 minutes, but you'll get a bit of this. And why not? Because it's fun.
You know what I haven't done in a little while? A good old-fashioned rant about how gross it is to share toilets with people at work. Toilet.
Toilet.
Man, I gotta pee. I gotta get in the toilet, the bathroom, whatever you call it. Let me in.
No.
Toilet.
It did have an incident of when they were teeny tiny walking in on me and my mum.
Hello and welcome to Box Set Night at
I didn't know. I didn't know we were specializing in box sets tonight.
Well,
I'm
we like to
excited.
do a few specialities each week, don't we, Angry? You know, sometimes we do some horrors or comedies, or we had a family. Remember that episode we just did family movies?
Yeah, that was good.
That was a fun one. Had Sophie on and stuff. Yeah, next week I'm thinking about maybe doing a bit of a horror special.
Ooh.
You know, it's anyway. Most of these are still just your usual
Shit.
Okay.
And one of them is so big that we have to start off with it because I need to get it out of the way because I can't reach it because it's so big.
Oh my.
Okay, after all that build up, what's it going to be?
So yeah, thank you, Angry Aussie, for joining me again. Welcome to
It's a whole Laserdisc thing.
I'm Charlie.
I feel like at exactly the same moment as me, it popped into your head. We didn't do an introduction yet. Hello.
Hello.
I'm known as Angry Aussie,
Oh my God, Jesus!
and we are going to talk later. I came back just in the bit I wanted to. It's like Charlie's editing in there. The toilet stuff I found very funny, including that bit just there, introducing me, and that little bit of video when I think that was a party night when the chair moved when I went to sit down in it and I almost fell down. I thought I was going to die. That fucking crap cracked me up. I just found that so funny. But the end bit with my reaction to the Serbian film, so funny. Hey, Greg, thanks. You just saw that? You like that? It was a party night when I almost fell. I was not expecting that. And so when I saw it, hey, Rosie, oh, fuck, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. So funny. Anyway, barrel time. Let's do this. I think I need the sherry bottle to decant. No, I decanted into that. Quart bottle. Okay. Gonna decant into this. Look, let's move the microphone over so you get better sound. It's got a very long cable, I can do that. Okay. So I got all this stuff prepped. Tequila. Okay. Oh, wait, was I getting confused? Wait, the fucking label fell off this one. Oh, what the fuck did I put in here? Shit. Oh, is this just wine in this now? It is, isn't it? This is just wine. Jesus. Need to put a label on it and say wine. Just for a second, I got super confused. Anyway. So, I got it backwards. I don't want that. I want to... Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I'm fucking confusing myself, honestly. Okay. Wait, I want the tequila bottle. Where did I put the tequila bottle? In here. Oh, what's this one? Okay, so that's actually tequila. Wait, why is this? I got this because it was cheap. Double malt whiskey. Okay, tequila. Can go here. Sure. Yeah, okay, that's the empty bottle. Yes, the long bottle. Okay, so I got my tequila liqueur. Boy, I might leave the cupboard open. Everyone likes seeing in the cupboard. Okay. God, I'm getting so fucking confused, honestly. Okay, we got a... Oh, you know what? I probably want to fine strain this just in case there's some carbon from there. There's my fine sieve. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Tequila. Oh, God, this feels a bit light on. Bit of angel share happened in the last 2 weeks. A little bit of peeing ASMR. Takes a little while. But that might be enough that way. If I can do the rest the fast way. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Although it really does make me think I left a bit of angel share on that one. Okay, close the tab. Get rid of the label so I'm not confused. All right, I need my label maker as well. Now my fingers are sticky as well. Label. This is wine. Wait. Oh no, that says shine. For a second, I thought that was wine, and I was going shine as in moonshine. Oof! I panicked for a second there. Okay. All right. So that is wine. Now, the Manhattan variation. So I want like 750 mils of whiskey. And then 350 mils of everything else. Okay, that's easy. Do 250 mils of 3 different whiskeys. 250. That one. I was going to do the Solera Rye, wasn't I? Solera Rye. 250 mils of this. Honestly, might be the point of putting some of that in. 250 mils of this. I'm going to finish this bottle of Nova. All right. This Hellier's Road. Oh no, maybe the Long Branch actually. Let's put some fucking bourbon in there. Work that up to 250 mils. Ooh, perfect amount. Just made it. This is an unusual bottle. I've got to decide if I want to keep it. Okay. So, 350 mils of vermouth. So I'm thinking 100, 100, 100, and then 50 mils of some other stuff. 100 mils of sweet vermouth. There. 100 mils of sherry. And that kind of seems like I'm filling up this thing, and okay. Just re-looking up the recipe I was inspired by. Got naughty snacks. Nice. Cure for pain. No bitters. Oh yeah, using a bitter aperitif. Okay. You know what? Which Which bitter will I use? I think I'll use this one. And it was white creme de cacao. Okay. All right. That. Oh, I need to do a label for this so I don't forget that this is liqueur. I mean, I probably won't forget, but I'm also an Egypt, so we'll just say this is liqueur. Print a little label. The reposado tequila. It's an agave liqueur. So this is going to stay in the liqueur cupboard, although I might make a drink with it. Okay. Tequila reposado liqueur. Now this going to put into the barrel. All right. Now to finish it, I have to do some port. $100 mils of port. Or Australian tawny, as the case may be. And a little bit of bitter. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, okay. Bitter and, oh, I think let's get some ASMR. Oh, no, I have opened it. I thought it was going to crack. Okay. And we pour that in. All right. Dunzo. All right. Well, make my life easy. Put a couple of things away. Creme de cacao. My infinity whiskey. That's not quite ready, is it? No, okay. Finished a couple bottles. Put that there. Put that there. Oh wait, so I've actually got. Okay, well, Nova. I've got a replacement bottle of Nova. That's obviously got to come out. My favourite single malt. Although honestly, maybe Solera's my favourite. Should do a taste off of those. I will put this back out here, actually. It's just the back. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a little taste. I've mixed that up. I'm going to leave this in for a week or two, but I want to taste it now. Just taste it, see if I like it. Do a label for it so I don't forget. We'll just call it Cure. Print. All right. This label. You want that in for a week or two. Vicky's been in there a month and a half. I want to try that at the 2-month part. Okay. Let's come over here, bring the microphone back. Sit down after that little adventure. Right. See what's what. Ugh. What have you been doing? Solera's your third fave. Oh, yeah, no, they're being very scientific about Charlie, measuring everything. Is that Kirsty? Hello, how are you doing? Oh, see, I haven't had the Dolce in ages. The dessert influenced one. So you're saying Dolce, then Nova, then Solera? Yeah, I never used to have Solera very often because it was more expensive. I almost bought a bottle of the 100 proof the other day because it was on sale on a site, like for $30+ off. And I haven't had it in ages. In fact, I haven't had it since it was under its old name, Fortis. So I was actually tempted to get some, but I didn't. Kirsty, surgery time, Kirsty? Is that why you're nervous? You've got, oh no, Nova's like 5th. Okay. So Dolce's your favorite. Solera's third. What's second? Smells really good. Okay, that's really good. That is really good. Ooh. Oh, the single barrel. Okay. Yeah. I think that when we get these single barrel ones, that's cheating. Yeah, single barrel in the small batch, the one-offs. Damn, though, that Manhattan variant is really good. Yep. So you got to be at the hospital 6:30 tomorrow morning. Doubtless you're fasting as well. Yes. Technically, honeycomb's not a whiskey. It's a whiskey liqueur, like Drambuie, although it's more whiskey than Drambuie is. Yeah, the small batch from the drop that we got it's a fucking serious whiskey, that one. Oh, I was going to make a drink with my tequila liqueur. Wait, where's the Oaxaca Old Fashioned? What bitters do they say to use in the... Okay. Fasting from midnight. Well, that's the joy of something being first thing in the morning. It makes the fasting that much easier. Sorry, I love that name. So there's a name for a cocktail, a sure shot. Gin, Geneva, chili, Galliano. Wow, Jesus, that's a fucking... Stirred rum drinks, shaken agave drinks. Okay, stirred agave. Coralillo, Añejo tequila, chartreuse, Calvados, pear brandy. Feel like I'd like that. Tequila, chartreuse, apple brandy, pear brandy. I don't have pear brandy though. An Augie March, tequila, vermouth, China. No. Wait, is the Oaxaca Old Fashioned not in here? Okay, I thought it was theirs. I thought it was in this book. Okay. Let's look up an Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Hello, Sim. Hello, Madam Butterfly. Everyone join in for the second half. Nice to see you. Oaxaca Old Fashioned. Liquor.com. Just want to see what bitters they say. Just Angostura. Okay. Right. I'm going to do a variation on Oaxaca Old Fashioned with my tequila liqueur. First, we'll just do a splash of sugar syrup. Old fashioned, here we go. And do this liqueur. Shazam, y'all. Where is my mezcal? Peloton de la Muerte. Und let us go over here. And Ray, look, everyone's jumping in last half hour. Top flight security of the world, Craig is here. Oh, okay. Charlie's favorites. Oh, you've got your shelf lined up there. Okay, Charlie's favorite shelf. So, what do we got? So, yeah, we've got start with Dolce, single barrel, Solera, small batch, co-ferment, honeycomb. Oh, you've got the original co-ferment as well. Okay. And the Pedro Jimenez and twofold and Panettone. Nice selection. Very nice. Out of Nova. Yeah, I've got a bottle of Nova because I stumbled across a place that was clearing their shelf and it was almost a third off. Panettone. That's Pantone. Panettone is Italian dessert. Right. Look at the that is a nice selection of Starward though. Couple I don't have. I have had I don't think I've ever had that single barrel one. I've had Dolce in the past. But trying my agave. Oh, you want me to re-show the Serbian film one? Okay, Raze, you know the Serbian film, don't you? Just got to get this. You don't know the Serbian, or is this for Sim? Serbian film is just like the worst, most violent. It's just banned everywhere. It's just like grossly violent, depraved film, and Charlie put this at the end of the Laserdisc video on YouTube this week, which I found quite funny. And I will just share it one more time because it's pretty quick, but.
And now we watch Angry Ozzy as he watches a Serbian film.
Ooh. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. Yep. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I remember that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have had that bad experience. Yeah. 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 But they suck. Yeah. 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 Very 90. Yeah, it is. Sounds pretty intense. Yeah. 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 Before you bring up another one, I'm just gonna pour another next one. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. 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 But no one would give him a gig. Yeah. Really? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah. 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 That was good. Simpsons did everything though. I just find that very funny. I'm arguably easily amused. I've never heard of Trash Humpers either. See, get a song compilation. Look at the old school commercials from the late 90s. Does Wikipedia have an entry for Trash Humpers? It does. 2009 American experimental black comedy film. Oh, it's Harmony Korine. Jesus. Shot on worn VHS home video. Engaging in bizarre and destructive behavior on the streets of Nashville, Tennessee. Gang of elderly individuals humping trash cans. They're trespassing, doing vandalism. Interact with a young boy. Characters participate in depraved and unpleasant activities like making too many pancakes covered in dish soap. Peer pressure, ritualistic antics. Yeah, honestly, that doesn't sound as bad as a Serbian film. The synopsis of a Serbian film, very bad. And so Harmony Korine wanted to swap that video with Jerry Maguire. So if someone hired Jerry Maguire, they'd watch Trash Humpers. He didn't go through with it, just released as a film. Yeah. But a Serbian film is genuinely horrible. Just extreme violence, sexual violence, just absolute awfulness, banned like everywhere. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That's really good. It's very sweet. Okay, I probably shouldn't have put sugar syrup in it because the liqueur already had sugar in it. That's probably a bit too sweet, but yum. Ooh, the smokiness from the mezcal makes it taste a bit, it's like honey and smoke. It tastes a bit medicinal. Could make a hot toddy with that. And just claim it's therapeutic. Well, we're getting into winter. I'm probably going to get into fucking hot drinks at some point. See, there's a director called Lucifer Valentine created the Vomit Court trilogy. Some of the most disturbing. Yes, well, I don't know if it's got wide release. It was a while back. We looked at on Wikipedia the films banned in Australia, and there's a whole bunch that were banned or subject to censorship that aren't banned now. Like, interestingly, finding out Salo's not technically banned anymore. And I don't think there's any punishment for owning your own copy of a Serbian film, but you can't do a public screening of it. That would be a criminal offense. Or maybe it's just completely banned. I can't remember if that reference was to you can own a copy of Salo and watch it in your own home, but you can't do a public screening. Or is Salo just unbanned and it was a Serbian film? Yeah, Sim. Banned in Queensland is 50% of all films. It feels like it's 50% of all films that were released. But yeah, there were a few notables that were banned in Australia upon release, and they either got recut for release or resubmitted and then accepted for distribution. But yeah. Oh yeah, I talked through the Wikipedia summary of a Serbian film. They just I didn't read most of it because I'm not even reading this description out. Just the parade of awfulness that is a Serbian film. Oh, sorry, you're talking to Sim. Sorry, I was confused. Sim, yeah, I think the original I Spit on Your Grave was banned, and then a cut version was released with an R rating, because I hired it on video in the 80s. So there was definitely a version of I Spit on Your Grave that was released legally. Whether it was resubmitted and got released. I could just open the Wikipedia page again. Films banned in Australia. Let's do it. Let's friggin' do it. Films banned in Australia. Refused classification. Look, I'll share screen. I'll scroll through it. Tennessee scene. Okay, this is the Wikipedia entry for films banned in Australia. So let's quickly scroll through this. Oh yeah, stuff about from 19... Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, see, something banned in 1912 is unbanned. You look, all films are now unbanned. The Blonde Captive. The film went missing. Full print was discovered, made commercially available. So yeah, these old ones are banned. So 64 to 70. Yes, La Dolce Vita. A bunch of Fellini films got censored. So there was a guy in the 60s who apparently banned a lot of things, presumably unbanned at some point. All the films except for The Silence now classified M. So films that were banned in the 60s are now just rated M. Pretty Poison. Customs Minister saw violent film should be banned. Now it's an M-rated film. 69. 71. Oh yeah, no, fuck, this is racist. Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song. Melvin Van Peebles things. Never resubmitted, although it did air on SBS. There's no way that's still... Okay, got reclassified as R18 plus in 1980. And then the South Australian Attorney General banned it. Yeah, no, there's no way that's still banned. Pink Flamingos, John Waters, yes. So a cut version was R18 plus. So technically, there might be a banned version of Pink Flamingos. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, eventually uncut with an 8R rating. The Wedding Trough, Vaso de Noches, obscenity, graphic depictions of bestiality. Yeah, bestiality will still get you banned. A Belgian film was supposed to be at Perth International Film Festival, but got banned. Was screened, and then the government rebanned it. Third appeal was rejected once again. So, okay, yeah. If something's got something very strongly graphic about bestiality, it's going to be banned in Australia. That's an interesting one. 1975, still banned. 76, Salo is now allowed uncut with the requirement of supplementary materials being added, and it's R18 plus. In the realm of the censors, Sex and Violence was allowed uncut as an R-rated. Lost Kennel. Oh, these are shit things. So there's a cut version that's 18 plus. Wow, 10 minutes were cut out of it. That's a lot. Caligula. Oh my God. That was originally banned. Malcolm McDowell was leading that. I think that was financed by Penthouse magazine, but it's allowed uncut as R-rated. Faces of Death. These shit are schlocky things. I've seen some of them on VHS back in the day. The original's got an R rating, but 2 to 4 are banned. Damn. Okay. Cannibal Apocalypse is uncut, R-rated. Cannibal Holocaust, uncut, R-rated. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, uncut, R-rated. Last House on the Left, uncut, R-rated. Man Behind the Sun, a censored version. A graphic reenactment of war atrocities. Bad Taste, early Peter Jackson film, allowed uncut, R rating. Pui Amigo, Beyond the Darkness, graphic and necrophilia. Ban was lifted in 2014. It was released on DVD. So there you go. Apparently it's existed. The Beast in Heat, SS Hellcamp, excessive sexual violence is still banned. Seized by customs, refused classification. Oh, Legend of the Overfiend. That's anime. I've seen this. So a censored version. I think I might have seen the uncensored version. It's pretty full-on Legend of the Overfiend, actually. Mad about them. 12 films screened at the Queer Film Festival. Banned in Tasmania, unrated. Law in question was repealed. Films would be allowed in Tasmania. So they've never had a formal classification. Okay. Freeway. Oh my God, that's such a mainstream film. And they had to cut it to get an R rating. Okay. I Spit on Your Grave, 97 version. Okay, Spit on Your Grave started in 84 with an R rating. Passed a banning request, but was banned in 97 due to rising censorship in the 90s. In 2004. So I Spit on Your Grave was R-rated, banned, unbanned, R-rated. Okay, we brought that up. That's the thing. Romance was allowed uncut, R-rated. Besmar, that's apparently super full-on. Banned from theatrical showings and home media. I believe Besmar translates as fuck me. So it was originally an R rating, got banned, rebanned. SBS put it on World Movies in a cut form. So it's still banned. Ken Park. Still banned, but it's not widely distributed. 2000, Wolf Creek got banned in the Northern Territory because it was bad for tourism. Presumably unbanned, never banned. That's funny. That's stupid. A Serbian film still banned, but possession. It remains legal to possess and view in Australia. but you can't do a theatrical showing. So technically still banned, but you're allowed to watch it at home. Human Centipede, the uncut version, banned. They had to cut 30 seconds to get an R rating. Okay. Father's Day, sexually violent. 40 seconds cut, got an R rating. Found. 2 minutes cut to get an R rating. Children's Island is still banned because of child pornography concerns. Rightly so, I guess. Little Mortalia, still banned. Thanks to New South Wales Police. Okay. Oh, God. Interspecies reviewers with... God, there's all the... Yeah, if it seems right. If there's child pornography concerns, ban it, honestly. In 2025... Oh, God. So this is not even real things. Things of people being killed. Told social media platforms to review them. That's not films. Okay. Well, that was a fun re-examination of stuff that was banned and unbanned and is now rebanned. Hey, Kirsty, look after yourself. I hope things go well with you in the hospital. Sim, I absolutely agree. Criterion released some weird stuff. Like people in the Criterion Closet movies on YouTube keep pulling out Salo. I actually thought Salo was boring. Like it's gross and awful, and it doesn't justify the gross awfulness. It's fucking boring. Yeah, we saw that that's what is the main thing that's currently banned is child porn. Well, bestiality is illegal in Australia. So films with bestiality or child porn are going to be banned here. And honestly, Salo runs the ragged edge of that. But yeah. Yeah, I have to admit, I was surprised at how boring I found Salo. I was just like, ugh. Okay, this is gross and awful and unpleasant, and it's also boring. I had to do a couple sessions to watch it, but okay, now I can say I've watched it, and my honest opinion to anyone who said, "Oh, should I watch Salo?" People do. So I don't think it's worth the effort myself. Sitting through some gross, nasty stuff, there's just no payoff for sitting through the gross, nasty stuff. That's my take anyway. And given the description of a Serbian film, I don't think I'd sit through it. It's just like, I don't need that. I just don't need it. But I think Margaret Pomerantz and David Stratton were really pushing for public screenings of Salo. You get a lot of art film people think Salo's a significant film. I don't think so. But, you know, we live in a diverse world. People have different opinions. People expect and want different things from their, I think, Charlie, Serbian films. Have you watched Serbian film? Like, is it just badly made? Like, because the plot's fucking awful. Having skimmed the plot summary on Wikipedia, the plot is fucking awful. Oh, God, there was okay, you watched it back in 2010. Okay, yeah. There was a film which I think was actually shot in the western suburbs of Melbourne. I'm trying to remember what it is, but I used to hear it mentioned in a similar breath to Serbian film because it was banned, but it wasn't on the list. And it was like this gonzo film that these guys shot in the western suburbs where they were committing crimes and doing all this shit. And it was deliberately structured and released in such a way that audiences weren't sure if it was real, if these things were real. Oh, yes, no, the baby, yeah. when I read that in the description, I was like, oh no. Sim, Pomeranian and those critics, ooh, edgy, artsy, unwatchable. Yeah, I get that vibe. I mean, what was interesting to me is David Stratton refused to review Romper Stomper because he thought it was promoting Nazism, where I really don't think it is, because besides Russell Crowe's character being charismatic, the Nazis were a bunch of fucking losers. And look, again, I'll take this back if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he pushed, to have art house showings of Salo and saying, oh, I refuse to condescend to review Romper Stomper, but, Salo's a work of art. I don't fucking agree with you, buddy. Just in car service, my last car service cost me $3,000. Everything was broken. I hadn't had a proper service on my car in 2 years, and everything was broken. Still, the fucking unexpected expenses, like 3,000. Ultimately, my pinky cost me $3,000, and my car cost me $3,000 straight after. Fucking knocked me about. Friends and neighbors. Mrs. Angry couldn't get into it, but I have. Yeah, it's so far it's like light entertainment. And of course, John Hamm's really charismatic. Someone doing it. Sim, any film those two loved you hated, more often than not, vice versa. My biggest problem with those two, because I think generally they were good film reviewers, but David Stratton could be an uptight, conservative, humorless ponce occasionally, or more than occasionally. Better Butterfly getting ready for work. See you on party night. Thank you. And Margaret Pomerantz, she just shit me because she would have almost like catchphrases she would use that she thought, okay, and from the outside, what it felt like, she just had a couple of catchphrases that she thought made her sound intelligent and insightful. And I was just like, no, don't repeat fucking pat phrases and expect me to think you're smart. Fuck's sake. John Hamm and the Nightclub. I thought that was just done for a music video, actually. I don't know for sure, but I thought John Hamm and a Nightclub was just done for a music video. I know the exact thing you're talking about. Oh, I see. He sent me the GIF as well. Well, I'm going to go John Hamm in Nightclub source. Okay, no, it's episode 8 of Your Friends and Neighbors. There you go. I just looked it up. Oh, and there was a viral TikTok version set to another song. Okay. Yep, so it was Your Friends and Neighbors. I'm not up to that episode yet, so that's why I didn't know it was from the show. I've only seen it matched to music videos. So that's why I thought it was for a music video. It is kind of the central premise of Friends and Neighbors is I find it quite entertaining. Guy decides to steal from his ultra rich friends and neighbors, and the act of doing that, it actually ends up finding out all their dark secrets. Sim, thought we were talking about Friends and Neighbours. Two crappy soap operas, one of which is a laugh track. Oh, there was a story this week where Lisa Kudrow said the core cast of Friends still gets like about $20 million a year from residuals, which seems just fucking wild. I mean, the show is screened on fucking loop on various streaming cable services so much. Not surprised they get some money. $20 million a year, 20 years later, seems surprising again, because but again, they don't. If someone said the show Friends generates $20 million a year in residuals, that wouldn't surprise me. But to say the entire lead cast get $20 million, and that's going to be a small percentage of the residuals. So it's the third highest played on your Plex up against new current shows. Yeah. Sim, they got overpaid back then. Highest paid. Yeah, well, but it was just super highly rated money. Justin, what would I do with $20 million? I've answered that question. I start a distillery. I would actually just travel fucking heaps. And the fact that they get $20 million every year, apparently, fuck me, I would just go hog wild, honestly. Well, that's the thing, Sim. It's on broadcast TV. It's on streaming. Two chicks at the same time. Well, I suppose I could afford to pay for escorts. Not, I mean, honestly, cool. But yes, also, if they're escorts, it's like, yes, please act like I'm really good at sex and that you're really turned on by me. The old line with sex workers: you don't pay them for sex; you're paying them to leave. Charlie, I'll do the Bender thing. My celebration will be hookers and blackjack. Just new by houses in different cities, split time between them. I mean, I see the value in that. I probably just rent places in different. I would definitely travel. I would definitely go to a bunch of different places and maybe spend months in particular places. Like, oh, this place. Am I enjoying myself here? Okay, I'm going to stay here for a few months. I want to, like, even a year. I want to experience a year in this city. Yeah, definitely just being comfortable would be my thing. Doesn't do to want too much. Yeah, going to flavor as we're almost finished. Flavor the orange peel for Mrs. Angry with a bit of the tasty liqueur. So this is my blood orange liqueur. Still about half of that left. I'll make another batch. I've looked this up. When's blood orange season in Australia? Charlie, you like season 3, 4, and 5 of Friends? Let's go. Blood. Okay, I looked this up before, so it auto-completed. Blood orange season Australia. July, October. So we're in May, June. It's only 2 months. Oh, 3 months. Okay. So I want to use up that liqueur in the next 3 months, and then I'll get a fresh batch of blood oranges and make a new blood orange liqueur. Declare this to be an annual habit of mine. Seriously, it's well written. You had to sit through your sister watching it. And yes, people like it as a comfort thing. And The Office. Which Office are you talking about, Charlie? The UK or the US version? Or both? Or the much superior Australian version, honestly. Seems Sooty Show is a better sitcom. I don't know. I think Sooty made bank. I think you look honestly. The scuttlebutt that I've heard, Sooty is the Jimmy Savile of the puppet world. I said it. UK one was a one character show. Love David Brent. As much as he's dick, I've liked a lot of Ricky Gervais's work. I liked Extras, actually. You and Sophie were the only ones to see the David Brent movie, which is very fitting for the David Brent character, quite honestly. That's very on brand for David Brent, the character that no one saw his movie. But that's the thing. The US office was so successful, they just ran it into the ground. That's what they do in the US with successful shows. Run them until they die. And you still listen to the soundtrack. Nice. Man, I make tasty things. That is sugars. Anyway, end of the stream. I'm going to eat my cherries. I love the cherries. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, I really love the cherries. That's so good. Fucking yum. Sam, you reckon Sooty's clean? Long-term relationship with you for 50 years. Well, I'll trust you on that. Oh, God, Justin, The Simpsons has been flogging a dead horse for 25 years. Sleepy Boobos now. Party night tomorrow night. I am scripting a book video. We're doing the J Ward tomorrow night. I did half the script earlier, and I pretty much know what I'm doing for the second half, but I'll write the script before the stream tomorrow night. Got to put some fun stuff in it. I think I'm doing a 2-camera. I haven't done a 2-camera one for a little while. I'm going to do a 2-camera one with some asides. Spewing, I can't film it in scale. I'm probably going to do some screen capture stuff. The website for J Ward has a virtual walkthrough. I'll probably do some screen capture of the walkthrough, but we'll see. I could drag. I literally cannot be bothered doing this. I could drag my green screen stuff in here and put myself in a cell, but I can't do it. I kind of do have strip lights behind my bottles, Heine, but I could light my background better, definitely. But for another day, maybe. But you'll take care if you're around for party night. Are you on bars between me and the camera? I might be able to do something with that. I'll explore that idea. But I'm not even planning to describe the name of it and why I call it J Wards and stuff till halfway through the video. I'll think about it tomorrow, how to do it, and we shall see. But I'm going sleepy bobos now, so you'll take care. And if you're around tomorrow night, I'll see you for party night, but bye for now.
You are totally fucked!